Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Now, I did a video first thing this morning about IndieCon 23. They've got this big thing going on in Dundee next Saturday, and nobody's turning up because they can't sell the bloody tickets. But the problem they have is that they've got no content. Now, you can't just get this thing, hire a hall, and expect everyone to turn up, and then everyone just goes, "Oh, hello, glad you've turned up, thank you for coming." And then they all stand around awkwardly, whistling, looking at their shoes, waiting for the hour to come when they can all go home. Because that ain't going to work, is it? You need to give them content. You need someone on the stage. You need them to go, "We've had this idea, we're going to do this, and this and this and this, and show them this." And then big rapturous round of applause. And then everyone goes home happy, feeling that something's being done. You know. But this is the SNP. Where are they going to get a bright idea from? Where are they going to get anything that's going to get people going, yay? Because they haven't got a clue. They don't know what they're doing. They have no content. At the moment, they've hired the hall, they've issued the tickets, nobody's bought them, but they've issued the tickets. If anyone turns up, they're all going to be standing around going, well, I don't know. That's it. So, they said we need content. What do they need? Well, we need to give them something, he said. So what are we going to give them? He says, how about we dust down that old indie ref plan, de facto indie ref plan? Well, yeah, we could do that, but we looked at that before. Oh, really? What did we say? Oh, we said it wouldn't work. No one would recognise it. Ah, it's not illegal. Oh, it's illegal, yeah. We can't have it. It's pointless. What did we do then? Oh, we put it back on the shelf and we forgot about it. All right. What was the next thing we looked at? Well, what we did is we went back to the shelf, we pulled that back down, we looked at it again for the second time. Really? Yeah. Nah, but we looked harder this time. All right, and what did we discover? We discovered it still won't work. Oh, right. Did you put it back on the shelf? Yeah. Okay. What are we going to give these people next Saturday? I've got an idea. Is it about that de facto indie ref plan? Yeah. Let's get that down, polish it up and present that to them. Yeah, that'll do. It's something, isn't it? Okay, doubles and trebles. And that's it. And that is what they're doing. That's all they've got. They've got an idea that they've tried 3-4 times. It's failed every time. And they're just dusting it off and presenting it again because they literally have nothing else to offer. They can't get the referendum. And so they have to have the de facto referendum, which, because it isn't a referendum, is meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. And the only trouble then is, if every vote is a de facto referendum, all you're going to get is, oh, we lost that one, we lost that one, we lost that one. And that is only providing, strength to the arm of the opposition and going, oh, you didn't get that one, did you? Everyone seems to keep voting for not having independence. It is the height of lunacy. But then, it's the SNP. Let's look at this and laugh and see what's going on. Here goes. So, desperate Humza Yousaf dusts down Sturgeon's de facto indie ref plan again as he throws Nats red meat. Don't tell the Greens he's throwing them red meat. Greens don't like that, do they? The SNP leader has previously appeared cool to the idea, but he looked to have performed a U-turn ahead of her party's independence convention. Have they found something out? Is he not as manly as we thought? I think they mean his. I will change it to his, but hey, you never know these days, do you? Anyway, Humza Yousaf is under pressure. He's dusted down Nicola Sturgeon's de facto independence referendum in a desperate bid to satisfy his core support because he's got nothing else, right? This is it. It's all he's got. He knows it's a failure, but he's got to give him something. Anyway, the SNP leader had previously appeared to cool to the idea, admitting he wasn't as wedded to it as his predecessor and mentor, and still current glove puppet controller. But he has now performed a U-turn after telling those attending a so-called independence convention in Dundee next week that we must contest the general election on independence. Ms Sturgeon, arrested last week as part of Operation Branchform, came up with the idea last year as she faced a humiliating defeat in the Supreme Court. Oh, she's had a lot of humiliation recently, hasn't she? Dearie me. And she still hasn't turned up, It's been a week. Nobody knows where she is. She could be dangling from a tree. Who knows? Anyway, she hoped to have it rubber stamped. I don't want that. I'm saying that like it sounds like a good... No, I don't want that. I want her to be completely arrested and charged and do time in prison. No easy way out for her. She hoped to have it rubber stamped by members after judges ruled Holyrood did not have the legislative powers to hold a Skexit vote because they didn't. The plan was heavily criticised even among her own party, and it looked to have been booted into the long grass after she stepped down as First Minister. Because, as I say, there's the recognition thing. It's not an actual referendum, therefore there's no legal recognition of it. Secondly, therefore, it isn't illegal, but it isn't binding, and so the government, the UK government, are under no obligation to do anything with it anyway. Thirdly, and this is an important one, every time they lose a vote or fail to get 50% plus one vote, it means that the opposition wins, and the opposition will win, and another win, and another win, all for the opposition. And so basically it's a whole series of lose for the SNP. That's why it was dropped. That's why even Sturgeon, because Sturgeon, for all her faults, and I've always said this, that for all her many, many faults, she was good at the game of politics. She knew what was a winner and what was a loser. And she knew this scheme was an absolute loser. So, of course, Humza Yousaf is warm to the idea because he also is an absolute loser. Anyway, we're getting back here. It appears Mr. Yousaf has now dipped into the archives to try and resurrect the plan, but he has been warned he doesn't have the right to dictate what the general election is about. No, because he's only, a second-rate politician. That's all he is. He's not really got any real power. Even within his own party, he hasn't got any authority. People just ignore him and get on with things. Scottish Conservative Constitution spokesman Donald Cameron said, in his desperation to hold his warring party together, Humza Yousaf is again ignoring the public's priorities to throw nationalist red meat on the only issue they can agree on. He said, but he doesn't get to tell the electorate what the general election is about. I think it's a bit rich for a Conservative to talk about a warring party in the SNP, given what's happening at Westminster at the moment. I mean, there is a bit pot and kettle there, isn't it? Anyway, in a letter to party members, Mr. Yousaf said it is simple. A vote for the SNP will be a vote for independence. We are a party of independence and we must use every opportunity to move our country closer to that goal by demonstrating the strength of support that exists among people across Scotland. Imagine then if support fell. How do you square that circle? And that is the danger. That is the trap. That's the trap that, like I say, don't like her, can't stand her politics or anything like that. But that's the trap she saw. That's why she abandoned the idea. It is folly. Even Nicola, the only one in the SNP who was politically astute. It is in sharp contrast to his words when he launched his leadership bid in February. He said, I have some concerns about using a Westminster general election as a de facto referendum. But when that's the only thing you've got, that's what you've got to push, and you've got to pretend to back it. Even he knows. He's got to know. He's not that stupid, is he? Is he? You wonder, because I think he could be. Anyway, he said, I'm not as wedded to it as the First Minister. That's her preference. I'm not going to go in with a preference. I'm going to listen to what the membership has got to say. Yeah, but they're all saying you're an idiot, and he doesn't like that. We reported on Friday that the Nats appeared to be shunning the convention, which will take place in Dundee's Caird Hall. The First Minister had to send a begging letter in a bid to sell the tickets at £10 a pop. I would love to buy a ticket. I would love to buy a ticket and go there, just to film how few people were actually there. If any of my viewers, seriously, this is a request, this is from my heart. If any of my viewers are in or around the Dundee area next Saturday, do please pop along, take pictures. Let's see how many turn up, because I suspect there will be very, very few. It will be interesting to see, and it will be funny. So do please, bit of citizen journalism. Your task, should you choose to accept it, is to take pictures and then contact us and put them up, and we will put these up, and you'll get your full credit for it. It'd just be funny. So yeah, do that. That'd be brilliant. Anyway, the de facto Indie Ref plan would see the Nats claim a 50% plus one vote at a general election for pro-Skexit parties as a mandate for breaking up the UK. But it's delusional, because it isn't a mandate for breaking up the UK. It was previously ripped apart by political expert James Mitchell of Edinburgh University, who said it is not for a political party to dictate the terms of an election, and there is no such thing as a de facto referendum. An election is simply not a referendum, a de facto referendum, or any other kind of referendum. Indeed, only a referendum is a referendum. Please somebody write it down in crayon and present it to him. It's the only way he's going to learn. I'm coming up. It must be hard going through life with a very low IQ and with no real skills or political nous, and to find yourself as the First Minister of Scotland, and in a position where you lack even basic understanding of very simple words. You know, it must be difficult for him. We mustn't really mock him, because out there somewhere there is a village that's lost its idiot. We'll find out who the village, where the village is, and we can send him back, and then he can sit there, and everyone will be happy. But it is plainly obvious that there is no such thing as a de facto referendum. But it's plainly obvious that it is such a gift to your opponents. It is. He doesn't get it, because of course he doesn't get it, because he doesn't get much, does he? He's a bit thick. So I think he should go along with this plan. Do it next Saturday. Go out there, do it, present it to people, and then watch their disappointed faces as they go, "Is that the best you got?" It's hard. Life's hard when you're stupid, isn't it? Anyway, I shall round off. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, do please hit that subscribe button. And please do. An awful lot of you are regular viewers and you're not hitting the subscribe button. It really does help the channel. So do hit it if you can. And then leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well. If you're in Dundee, go along and take those pictures. We really want to see them. And goodbye.